Hey guys, today we're working on lesson 25. We're going to focus more on the story today, but we're going to go over the words in part 1, 2, and 3. So let's everyone track. We're sitting up straight in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We're in box A, so we're going to say each box, say the words, and then move on to box 2. So box A, first word, what word? Yes, set. Next word, what word? Yes, seat. Next box, box B, first word, what word? Yes, rod. Next word, careful, what word? Yes, road. Next word, what word? Yes, pan. Careful with this, it has an E. What word? Yes, pain. Next word, in box D, what word? Yes, bed. Next word, careful, what word? Yes, bead. Next word, what word? Yes, cam. Next word, what word? Yes, came. I want you guys to go back to box A. Go ahead and say them all the fast way, and then we're going to move on to box 2. Go. Awesome, my friends. So now we're in box 2. We're going to say the underlined part and then the whole word. So we're tracking again in 3, 2, first word, what sound? Yes, whole word. What word? Yes, birth. Next word, what sound? Yes, ow, whole word. What word? Yes, crouched. Next word, what sound? Yes, ooh, whole word. What word? Yes, wind. Next word, what word? Yes, oh, whole word. What word? Yes, throat. Next word, what sound? Yes, whole word. What word? Yes, burp. Next word, what sound? Yes, E, whole word. What word? Yes, treated. Next word, what sound? Yes, ch, whole word. What word? Yes, attached. Next word, what sound? Yes, E, whole word. What word? Yes, breathed. Next word, what sound? Yes, whole word. What word? Yes, whirl. Awesome, my friends. So for box 3, I want you guys to go ahead and say these words. You can pause the video, and then when you're done, we'll get started on our story. Awesome, my friends. So I'm going to go over the story with you. I'll read the beginning part and then pay very close attention because we have questions in our worksheet that we need to make sure we're answering. So make sure that you are paying attention. So for the story, make sure you're tracking at the title in 3, 2, 1. Now, what is the title? Go ahead and read it. Yes, The Tan Wolf. Tracking on the first word. Hearn had been walking along the stream all night. Then he had stopped and begun to howl. He stopped howling when he felt that something was watching. And there was something that was watching him. It was a big tan wolf. She was less than 10 feet away from Hearn. She had come down to the stream when Hearn first began to howl. She had left her pup asleep in a hollow just below a cliff, and she had sneaked down. Now she was standing behind a fir tree, looking at Hearn. She was upwind from him. Like all good hunters, she moved so that the breeze was blowing toward her. The breeze was blowing from Hearn toward the tan wolf. That way Hearn couldn't smell her. So who was watching Hearn? Yes, a tan wolf. And what was she trying to do with Hearn? She was trying to what? Yeah, she was trying to hunt him, and she was being very sneaky. Let's go to the next page right here. That tan wolf didn't know what to make of Hearn. She knew that he wasn't a grown wolf. Her nose told her that, but she also knew that he wasn't one of her pups. She missed her pups. She had given birth to 6 pups. That was 3 months back. All of the pups but one had died. She missed them, but she knew that Hearn was not hers, and yet she wanted another pup. So what happened to her pups, guys? Yes, they had died. So all of her 6 pups that she had, they had died, and so she doesn't have any now. Or she slowly moved from behind the fir tree. Now Hearn saw her. At first, he just stood there with his ears cocked and his eyes staring at her and his nose scanning the air. But then he realized that she was a hunter. He crouched and began to growl. Grrr, he growled. Whereat she kept on moving toward Hearn, showed his teeth. He curled his lip. He growled louder, but she kept coming. Then Hearn became very mixed up. He could smell that she was a friend, a wolf. So he wagged his tail and turned over on his back, but he was still scared. The tan wolf bent over and smelled him. The fur on the back of her neck stood up. If he had moved quickly right then, she might have killed him. But he didn't move. He whined a little and tried to lick her. The tan wolf jerked back stiffly. Then she bent forward once more. She sniffed the pup. Again, he licked her and began to wag his tail. She sniffed him 5 or 6 times. Then she turned and began to walk away. So what did Hearn realize about the wolf? Yeah, that she was a friend. When the tan wolf began to leave, Hearn jumped up and ran after her. He grabbed her back leg and bit her. He was playing. Next page, guys. And trying to show her that he liked her, but she did not know how to act. At first, her fur stood up and she let out a growl from deep in her throat. Then she bent down and sniffed the pup again. He hit her nose with his paw, and then he bit at her ear. She stood very still. He tugged at her ear. Suddenly, the tan wolf nipped him. That nip hurt, and Hearn rolled over on his back. When he did that, he showed her that he would do what she wanted him to do. Now she knew that he would follow her to the den. She wanted him to follow her. Hearn was very lucky, but he wouldn't have lasted in the forest. If he had been a little older, his mother wolf wouldn't have wanted him in her den. She would have treated him as a grown wolf and attacked him. Maybe she would have killed him. So, what did Hearn do with the wolf? Yeah, he was playing with her, so that showed that he was a little baby and that he was going to follow her to her home. We're at So Hearn, right here. So Hearn followed the tan wolf back to her den. There he met her pup. He was sleeping, curled up in a little ball. Hearn sniffed him, and then the tan wolf stared at Hearn. When she felt that Hearn would not harm her pup, she yawned. Then she turned around 3 times and lay down with her nose toward the opening of the den. Hearn snuggled up next to her. They looked like 2 balls of fur. The birds were making sounds. The sky was light purple over the tall fir trees. The morning was cold, and little puffs of steam came from Hearn's nose as he breathed. And Hearn was so tired, he blinked 2 times. Then his eyes closed, and he was asleep. All right, friends, so I want you to go back to the beginning, read the story on your own, and then you have your questions for your worksheet. Today is lesson 25. Go ahead and finish that, and let me know if you have any questions. See you tomorrow.